The sandwich that made me realize I was in love, Part 2. After the sandwich incident, you'd think I would have just leaned fully into appreciating the way Ryan loved me. But here's the thing about being human: we get insecure. We compare. We let other people's voices echo louder than our own hearts. A couple weeks later, I went out for drinks with my 2 closest girlfriends. We've been friends since college, so they know me inside and out. At some point, the conversation turned to relationships, as it always does, and they asked how things were going with Ryan. I said, "Good. Really good, actually." And then one of them tilted her head and said, "So what's the most romantic thing he's ever done for you?" And I froze. Because the image that immediately popped into my head wasn't roses or surprise getaways. It was the sandwich. The freaking sandwich. And for a second, I hesitated to say it out loud because it sounded small. Too ordinary. I ended up fumbling through something about how he makes my coffee in the mornings and how thoughtful he is. But then came the well-meaning comments. "That's sweet, but don't you want more romance? Girl, you deserve someone who sweeps you off your feet. Wait until you get flowers, just because, you know." I laughed it off in the moment, but their words sat in my stomach like a rock. On the Uber ride home, I stared out the window and thought, maybe they're right. Maybe Ryan's not romantic enough. Maybe I've been settling for nice when I should be holding out for fireworks. When I walked into our apartment that night, Ryan was already asleep on the couch, TV remote balanced on his chest. He'd left a glass of water by my side of the bed, like he always did, because he knew I never remembered to hydrate before crashing. I slid under the covers, looked at that glass, and felt both grateful and guilty. Still, the doubt lingered. The following week, I started noticing what was missing. He didn't plan elaborate dates. Most of our dinners were takeout on the couch. He never made dramatic speeches about how much he loved me. His "I love you" usually came casually, tossed into conversations like, "I love you, don't forget the milk." He didn't post long Instagram captions about me or tag me in sappy couple posts. I found myself hyper-aware of all the grand gestures my friends got: jewelry, surprise weekend trips, romantic dinners with candles. Meanwhile, my boyfriend quietly folded the laundry without me asking and texted me to check if I ate lunch. One night, after scrolling through a friend's engagement photo shoot, complete with hot air balloon and string lights, I blurted out, "Do you ever feel like we're not romantic enough?" Ryan looked up from the book he was reading, blinking like I'd just spoken in another language. "What do you mean?" "I mean, you don't really do big gestures. Like, flowers or surprises or, I don't know. The things people always say romance is supposed to look like." He was quiet for a long moment, then closed his book gently. "So, you think love is only love if it's loud?" The way he said it made my stomach twist. Because deep down, I knew better. But I didn't know how to explain the nagging insecurity. Ryan sighed, ran a hand through his hair, and said, I thought showing up for you every day was enough. I thought making sure you had coffee in the morning and food in the fridge when you're tired, or rubbing your back when you can't sleep. I thought that's what mattered." His voice cracked just slightly, and I hated myself for making him doubt. I wanted to say, "It does matter." I wanted to scream it. But all I managed was, "I don't know, maybe I just got in my head." He nodded slowly, like he was trying not to take it personally. But I could see the flicker of hurt in his eyes. And that's when it hit me: my friends had been wrong. Or maybe they weren't wrong for themselves, but they were wrong for me. Because sitting there, looking at Ryan, the man who noticed every little detail about my day, who had built a love out of 10,000 small gestures, I realized the grandest gesture of all was consistency. The doubt didn't vanish instantly, but something shifted. And then, a week later, came the moment that sealed it for me, the moment that made me stop questioning altogether. Thank you for watching. If you like this story, stay tuned for part 3.